before really like rushing into this next year that is to come, let's try and like actually look back and reflect on all the things that we did, we have accomplished, and look at where we once were and look where we currently are now. Like, I got excuse me. We've been so focused on moving forward and all these future things, everything that is ahead of us and whatnot. But in the midst of us doing that, we forgot where we have been, where we have came from, what we already have accomplished, where we have already grown, and things like that. And I feel like we have to just look back and actually reflect on that as this year is coming to an end. Currently 11:20 right now as I'm recording this. I'm trying to hurry up and knock the video out because I gotta work all day tomorrow, and it's my mom's birthday. Happy early birthday to my dukes. But still, it's like we're so focused on moving forward and everything, but we never really like recognize all the growth that has already came from this year. Like in my situation right now, um, I didn't have all this shit a year ago. A year ago, when I was posting on YouTube, whenever I did post my first video, um, I was on my MacBook. I was on my MacBook chilling, not really thinking about all this at all. One day I was just like, bro, fuck it. I just got to start putting into it and just getting it done and just get it started just because why not? Like, just really doing it for myself and trying to get that whole situation going. So I have something that's more solidified for me to look back on and like really appreciate the growth even more. Cause obviously I feel it, but as I'm sitting there making these videos, I actually like can see and recognize the mental growth, my mindset changing and adapting and renewing and things like that. Yeah, 11 months ago, bro, almost a year ago, I started this. Um, but growth doesn't always announce itself. It happens quiet. In moments no one applauds, in choices you made when it would have been easier to quit. You didn't become who you are overnight. None of us became who we are overnight. And we didn't become who we are in one day. We took it all day by day, one decision at a time, one minute at a time, hour at a time, whatever the case may be. And all of it shaped us into who we are now. So you have to be thankful for all the hardships and all the highs and the lows and everything that we have been through because it has shaped us into who we are today. And we can look back and reflect and be thankful for everything that we have gone through. There were seasons that tested you, moments that broke old versions of you, times you doubted whether you'd make it through, but you're still here, wiser, stronger, more determined, more motivated, more disciplined, more consistent with your actions. Like, there's so many things to recognize and actually take into consideration and truly just appreciate. I feel like I'm gonna be saying it a lot in this video, bro. But it's like there's so much for us to really look back and reflect on throughout this whole year. This year feels like it went by fast as fuck. It really felt like it went by fast as hell. But so much in these months, there was something different and new for us to look back on and reflect on and learn. There's a lesson in every month. It may have just been one lesson for some people. It may have been a few lessons for other people. I done for surely had numerous situations this whole year where I'm just like, damn, I shouldn't do this. Damn, I shouldn't do that. Like, I done had a whole bunch of like little lessons and bumps in the road and shit like that, but they all have shaped me and guided me in ways that I truly couldn't imagine, honestly. So, really taking that into consideration, actually thinking back on it, you have to appreciate your journey. It doesn't mean you're done growing. It means you respect the process. When you honor how far you've come, you build confidence, not ego. You build motivation, not complacency. Gratitude fuels progress. Um, with everything that is going on, don't sit there. What is this? Don't sit there and like beat yourself up on anything. Don't sit here and think back and reflect on old things and beat yourself up on situations where you feel like you could have made a better decision. It's in the past for a reason. And all those past memories, past situations, those are just to guide us and steer us in the right direction. We can't go back and change nothing. What happened has already happened. Whatever is done is already done. We can't do anything, but all we can do is control our current actions and emotions and feelings and whatnot. So just look back, reflect, appreciate everything. Be thankful things did play out the way they played out, because you may be coming up on your season where you are starting to see why things did play out the way they did, or whatever the case may be. I done had numerous situations where I'm like, oh, I see why this played out the way it did, because I didn't need this person for this, and little shit like that. And the clarity of those breakthrough seasons will be coming soon for all of us. Your past wasn't perfect, but it was necessary. Every mistake taught you something. Every setback shaped your perspective. Every delay strengthened your patience. Don't regret the chapters that made you who you are. I done had a lot of chapters that made me damn near feel like, oh, it's all over. I'm done. I can't pursue this no more. Made me lose motivation, whatever the case may have been. But I've always tried to persevere and try and stay with a positive mindset. That's what really kept me going all this time. I'm not gonna lie. Really, just having a positive mindset, always look on the brighter side of every situation. I feel like that's why, like, a lot of people that I do have around me do come to me with certain things, because they know that I always look on the bright side of something. I always try and cheer them up and try and stay positive. But don't regret any of your past actions. We can't go back and change any of those things, and a lot of us for surely wish we could go back and go change a lot of things that we did, or how we have worded something, or our actions in this moment. A lot of us wish we could do that, but we have no control over that. So we just have to try and make do and be content, and try and do as best as we can with what we currently have now. Like, there's a lot of people that got removed out of a lot of people's lives, a lot of chapters where we feel like there's some missing main characters and shit like that. But things put out the way they did for a reason. Will we find out? Momentarily, yes, we will find out later down the line on why. But you have to accept it and just can't regret any of those chapters, any of those hardships that you went through, any of those lows that you went through, anything that you went through that nobody really knows about. Those quiet moments when you're sitting by yourself in your room and you really just having so many thoughts and you can't think straight for real. All those shaped you into who you are today. Pause and appreciate, then continue. You don't need to rush your growth. You don't need to prove anything. Just recognize the strength it took to become this version of you, and trust that what's next will meet you ready. I don't know. I feel like this whole little video is more so just like repetitive and whatnot, but the message is still there. You just have to sit there and take it in. I love you. God loves you more. With my current setup, I'm trying to switch it up a little bit and try and like improvise, condense certain shit. Cause I did at first have my mic on a little like tripod shit. I ended up putting it on this jaw, so now I can just pull this motherfucker out and retract it and whatnot and things like that. It's currently December 17th. We have a week and a half, 2 weeks left of this year. Do whatever you can with what you currently have. Get something started, get something going. For me, I kind of want to start a schedule for myself. Get myself on a schedule. Limit myself on certain things. Be more strict and whatnot. And I want to try and stick to that. And that's something I have to be willing to actually put in the time and effort for. Figure out whatever it is that you want to start now before the year does end, and try and carry that habit into the new year and see how long you can carry that habit out for. We don't have to carry every habit forever. We just have to be willing to actually try and see how long we can do it for. But for surely, give it your 100%, give it your all, give it everything you have. I love you. God loves you more. I already said it, but I'm gonna repeat it again. Your old self is currently thanking you. The old version of yourself is currently thanking you, admiring you, and your future self is appreciating every step that you're currently taking. So, taking that into consideration, let's try and stay grounded, level headed, but also still um, living in the moment, living in the present, embodying everything that we do want to accomplish, embodying that person that you do want to become. So you can live that lifestyle you want to live in the future. Um, yeah, just stick to the plan. Everything gonna work out. Stick to the plan. Stick to the schedule. Everything happens on God's timing. Shit gonna be fine. You just gotta stick to it and be consistent and be disciplined with it. I think that's all I got for real. For real. Y'all have a good night. Good day. I'm about to crash out, turn this heated blanket on, and sleep like a fucking newborn.